The Church of Saint Igor of Chernigov is a Russian Orthodox church in the Novoperedelkino district. It is dedicated to Saint Igor of Chernigov and Kiev. It is located near the summer residence of the Patriarch of Moscow and all Russia. Take a look at the church crowned with domes of original design and capable of accommodating up to 1,200 people. The interior of the church is unusual in terms of artistic decision and form. It gives us an extraordinary feeling of openness, spaciousness, and lightness. In 2010, Patriarch Kirill performed the rite of consecration of the foundation stone and the foundation of the temple. In 2011, Patriarch Kirill blessed the crosses and the bells of the church under the construction. In 2012, Patriarch Kirill performed the rite of the great consecration of the cathedral church and served the first divine liturgy in this church. On the square in front of the temple, there is a monument to the Holy Noble Grand Duke Igor Olgovich of Chernigov and Kiev, and to Saint Philip, Metropolitan of Moscow and all Russia. Pedagogical is the notable town of writers which appeared nearby with Moscow in the 1930s. Outstanding writers of the 20th century lived and worked here. The Pedagogical residency for writers used to be one of the landmarks of the writers' village. Founded by the State Literary Fund, it attracted all members of the literary process. It was a stone building with columns, where writers could stay in small pencil case rooms with the bare minimum of furniture, a bed, a table, a typewriter. Many writers, poets, screenwriters, and translators of the 20th century have lived and worked here. Among the writers who settled in Pedagogical were Boris Pasternak, Kornei Chukovsky, Arseny Tarkovsky. All three were buried at the local cemetery. In 1988, the cottages of Chukovsky and Pasternak were proclaimed memorial houses, while the area of Pedagogical was designated a historical and cultural reserve. Writers lived in big houses, close to nature and away from the noise and bustle of cities. In 1966, a modern glass building with a cinema hall, a library, a large dining room, and spacious terraces was added. The historic library in the heart of the residence preserves a collection of books signed by the authors who had lived and worked in Pedagogical. Now the House of Creativity is open to visitors. In the audio rooms, you can listen to archival recordings of writers reading their own texts. The library has a well-preserved wooden interior where you can read while sitting in a leather chair.